Tauruses, welcome to your November 2017 reading. Okay, so let's see what's going on here, okay? If you want a reading, contact me at librawoman77@yahoo.com. Just give me a couple of days, okay? Because I'm kind of backed up. All right, now. It doesn't make sense now. Tauruses, I feel like you're being a little too hard on yourself. I do. You see, it's not easy for you guys to get in something, and it's not easy for you to get out of something. So some of you are beating yourself up because you feel like you're in something that you should be out of. And everybody else is telling you, oh, be strong, do this, do that. And it's like, no, this is my life. These are my relationships, and I can do with them what I please. But I just feel like some of you are beating yourself up because you feel like if you were stronger, you would end some type of relationship. You would move out on your own and you would do all these powerful things. But see, one thing that you have to realize is one of the reasons that it is just like a treat to be chosen by a Taurus is the fact that you don't leave easily. The fact that you will hang in there if you don't have a lot of air in your chart. Or a lot of fire. But you guys have been beating yourself up for the very quality that makes you the most attractive. So some of you are feeling left out in the cold in your major relationship with another earth sign, a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, or with another water sign. I read for a lot of people. Another a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, or a Scorpio. So it's like 1/3 of you are dealing with the water, and another part of you is dealing with an air, earth. But I did see air in the chart too, and fires. But right now we're talking about this. And you feel left out in the cold because you and your partner are just not seeing eye to eye, and you feel stuck, Looks like you have children involved, so you just can't up and make some mistakes or some bad judgments, some of you. So at the root of what's kind of going on with you is you feel left out in the cold because maybe a partner has another partner and you just feel stuck and you don't know what to do. I still feel like there is stability in the home, though. I see stability in the union with the fire sign. Okay. I see a fire sign. And I see a commitment as well. So some of you are in deeply committed relationships. And if not now, looks like you will be seriously considering moving in with your partner or tiptoeing in, with another partner. I see multiple people here, to be quite honest. I see a main partner. I see an air sign. And I see a water sign. So Tauruses, in order to deal with the disconnect that you feel with your partner, because leaving is really not an option, okay? Because if somebody who you love will hang in there with you, you will hang in there with them stubbornly, okay? Unless you have a lot of air in your chart. So the way that you're dealing with this disconnect is that, you're just having these frivolous relationships to take your mind off the disconnect between you and your spouse or your main partner. So you're just kind of going around Taurus and starting these sexual escapades. Looks like one of you have a sexual escapade right now with the Scorpio or with another earth sign. So you go around and have these sexual escapades that, you're not going to take seriously because you have a significant other. And now that's okay. There's nothing wrong with being you. Just make sure everybody is on the same page, because if you don't make sure that everybody is on the same page, then karma is going to come in and whoop on you. Okay. And it's quite violent. Now, The overall energy of this reading is the Knight of Swords, Ace of Wands, and the Nine of Swords. So possibly, Taurus, one of the people who you were having a thrill with, one of the side people or people with whom you had engaged in a sexual interaction without anything permanent, or even without thinking about their feelings. Anyway, it looks like they extricated themselves out of a third party situation. They no longer want to collaborate with you or build a relationship with you. And it looks like they extricated themselves rather aggressively, because the Knight of Swords is usually creating boundaries with your words, like don't call me anymore, okay? But then the Wands talk about taking actions to implement what you're saying. So you could be blocked right now. They could have relocated. You don't know where they live. They could have blocked you from Facebook, Instagram, their YouTube page, or they could have changed jobs. You don't know where they work. That you guys used to work together, and now it's just communication has been severed. It looks pretty serious, and you're in your head about it. And some of you are being dreadfully selfish, just so selfish. It's just like all about you. So it looks like the outcome for this person who extricated themselves from the situation, for half of you, for the month of November, it looks like there is not going to be any communication, okay? And it looks like communication is the obstacle. Money is also the obstacle as well. So, and I don't mean to beat up on you guys when I said you don't care about how somebody else feels, because obviously somebody who engages in a situation where somebody else is already married or someone has someone else already, that person obviously doesn't want to be in a relationship. Like, you don't go to the hardware store for milk. So Tauruses who are in a coupleship, I still see stability. I definitely see stability. You guys may be moving in with your partner. It's just that I see creeping going on. And so those of you who, Taurus, the people who try to extricate themselves from a third party situation with you, it doesn't look like they are trying to win. It looks like they're literally trying to leave. Like, it's not a game. They really want to go. And they did. So, but I still see that if you're dealing with a water sign, like a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, you may still be dealing with them, okay? Because I did see that at the root of this, somebody was still stuck. So you guys may have a side thing situation that you're trying to control, or you're just basically trying to get over, okay? But I still see a full-fledged relationship with a water sign here for some of you. I see that, yeah, some of you could be communicating with the air sign, a Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. And nevertheless, whomever you're communicating with, I see you in a full-fledged relationship with someone, and it appears that both of you are talking to other people. It kind of seems like both of you like the security that you guys give each other, but one party is not happy with the other party. Like, they're not fulfilled in this relationship anymore. And it's very hurtful, because you guys could have been together for years and years and years. But yeah, one party just doesn't feel like they're getting what they need out of this relationship, and so they're creeping. So it looks like the obstacle is the page of coins, which, not having good news about money. So maybe one reason that somebody made a decision against a relationship is that there wasn't enough stability there. Okay. And the other party who maybe is extricating themselves, they didn't want a relationship either. Okay. Because if they did, again, they wouldn't be dealing with somebody who has somebody unless A, you're crazy. B, you're a glutton for punishment. C, you don't understand that you can't build a relationship on somebody who's taken. Okay. Or D, they didn't want a relationship to begin with. I feel like I don't feel like this person, is spending too many nights crying. Okay, let's see. How does the person who extricated themselves from the situation feel about the Taurus? And we get the King of Swords. Wow. Wheel of Fortune reverse. Wow. Well, it looks like they want their distance. Like they don't want to play the three-party game anymore. I think you might have met somebody who, maybe you swim with the ducks that like to play with more than one duck, but I think they just kind of got lost. Okay, they were trying to swim with their ducks, and they were swimming with your ducks. So it looks like they feel like the purpose of you guys connecting was to learn a lesson, and they feel like they've learned their lesson, and they have strongly put a very strong distance between the two of you. They're not playing no more. Okay, somebody could even have a restraining order because that talks about the law. Okay, but it looks like they don't consider this victory. They don't see being away from you as being victory at all. And so it doesn't look like this person is playing. Again, it doesn't look like there's any it's none of that. It's like they just didn't want to be in a third party situation. That's it. That's it. So, it's like I feel like you're still maybe waiting. You're still waiting to hear from them, especially if it's an earth sign, a Virgo, Capricorn, or another Taurus. And let's see, if you will, in the month of November, the High Priestess is saying no, not in the month of November. Okay. Now, maybe December is another thing, but in the month of November, I don't think so. Okay. Now, here are your final cards: the Ten of Swords, the Ace of Coins, and the Strength card. Taurus, there's going to be an amazing financial opportunity that's going to open itself up for you in November. It's going to be a new way of generating income. I just pretty much see you going through the healing process of maybe letting a friend go, letting a job go, letting maybe even your primary relationship, not letting it go, but just feeling like, there's a shift there and you guys need to rebuild. I feel like that's exactly how you're going to feel in November for those of you who are married in a long-term permanent relationship. Like the relationship has ended and you want to rebuild, start all over again, and you want the courage and the strength to do that, and you feel like you need the courage and the strength to do that. So what I see is, for some of you, a side thing is going to come to an end, or Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, somebody who you have that type of connection with, and where it was kind of like maybe you wanted more than they had to give, or they wanted more than you had to give. It looks like they are really serious about not contacting you in the month of November, or you're serious about not contacting them in the month of November. Okay, because these energies are interchangeable. All right. And then I see you guys having an opportunity to generate some lucrative cash there. And you may be moving in with a partner. Your heart is still with the past partner. But, it's like maybe you accept it. So it looks like there's three things. A connection with one person ends, a connection with a new person begins, and you still maintain your dominant relationship. Those of you who roll like that, okay? Otherwise, with the strength card, Taurus, you do have the strength to get through this. But don't beat yourself up by saying, how come I'm tolerating this, or why am I not over this? Because you are strong, all right? You have tenacity that most people do not have. And the reason that it's taken you a while is because, you really are the empress, the wife, and the mother. And you don't just leave when things get hard. But if somebody else has left you, there's really nothing you can do but, to deal with it. And it just stuns you, those of you who don't have Gemini in your chart, because it's like, how do you guys are so loyal and so loving and nurturing and so there for your friends for life that you just don't get people that are able to cut you off. It's just like, what the hell? And other people don't get how you guys could, not care about how bad it feels to be somebody's second option. All right? Like, it's like you got to care about that too. So it looks like some of you are, again, feeling like you're left out in the cold because you and your primary partner are not seeing eye to eye. And the way that you're dealing with that is by, starting a lot of things with a lot of people. You're going to get every last one of that karmic situation back. So like if you think that your relationship is going to get better by you leaving your relationship and creating bad karma for yourself by talking to other people, maybe leading them on, or even having somebody in a situation like that, period, that's going to backfire on you. Okay? And if you do leave your current situation for somebody new, guess what? You're going to have to pay back all the situations, all the dirt that you did, to other people. It may not be, because you guys are a baby sign. So, there's Gemini and then there's Taurus. There may be other ways to resolve conflict in your primary relationship than to go out and have sex with other people. That's just childish. It's simply childish. And it's cruel. There are ways such as communicating, a marriage counselor, because now all those people who you have strung along, now you have to pay karma for that. And you pay karma back when you really love somebody. And some of you are getting whooped on in your current situations. That's exactly why you are not seeing eye to eye with somebody with whom you're in love with. You got to look back at the shit that you did to people. All right? Now, if you were straight up and somebody knew that you had a husband or a wife, that's on them. Okay? Somebody chooses to stay around knowing that you're taken, that's on them. But you really shouldn't even open up that door anyway, because that's on you. All right? Now, for the rest of the month, Taurus, you're like, whoa. If you want a reading, you're like, if I want a reading, I don't think so. But look, it's LibraWoman77@yahoo.com, or just look in the description box. But Taurus, for the rest of the month, you know what? I would really encourage you to get into your body through stretching. There are like there's arm exercises you can use. They're just like stretch your stomach, stretch your legs, stretch your arms, get into your body, okay? Because being on the earth is where your strength is. And don't just work. And don't, be in your head about a situation you can't do anything about. A person just decided that, they're not going to be a third party by any means necessary. And so for the month of November, try not to even almost think that a phone call is going to come in, because you'll be wasting your time. It's done. Okay? It really is. And that's a relief. And it looks like by the second week of November, you're going to be feeling so good, because you're not going to be guarded waiting for that call to come in, because you're going to know it ain't coming in. Okay? They don't have to. They have other options too. All right? Just like you do. So, Now, get into the earth, put your fingers in the earth, and take care of yourself, Tauruses, okay? Repot a plant, all right? All right, God bless.